so I just woke up. I feel like I want to get something off my chest. Now, I don't usually yap a ton of my videos, but I did in my last video, but I barely had any of it in. What am I talking about? I want to talk about the C25.
Oh! Ew!
Yeah. Undergarment. Why is this even in the game? Was the M4A1 not enough? This thing has practically no recoil. So let's look at the C25. Because I genuinely don't like this. I genuinely don't like this gun. It's too easy. Now I get it. Phantom Forces itself says that for new players, guns are supposed to be user-friendly. Don't get me wrong, I guess that's fine. But I feel like guns being too user-friendly kind of takes out certain elements in the game. Like, Phantom Forces is no Call of Duty, but it's kind of like Call of Duty at the same time. Problem is, Phantom Forces recoil is so freaking wonky that, like, why are they suddenly going with absolute zero recoil? For instance, let me use the M4A1. Okay, this is whip attachments. This is whip attachments. Let me just do that real quick and then reset my attachments. I'm gonna use the M4A1 without attachments. Hey, look at that. I don't know if I'm just bad at the game, or even slightly good. I feel like even the M4A1 was just perfect for beginners. This is perfect. Like, look at that. It's perfect to try to control recoil, and it's perfect to just use. It's the M4A1. I like controlling recoil. But my point is, the C25 is too easy, and like, why was it added? Why are we replacing the M4A1? What was the point in it? And let's say for the M4A1, you add a couple attachments. My setup, because I like scopes a lot, especially canted ones. Why me? It's a fashion thing. Gotta keep my gun stylish, even have it on the shotguns. I'm using the M4A1 with a scope. It's the difference between using it with a scope and using it with red dot or even iron sights. But see, it's still not that bad. You still gotta kind of control your recoil, even though it has slim to none. Even at range, it's pretty fine to use. See, look at that. M4A1's fine to use. It has some recoil. I feel like the M4A1 is a more fun gun to use than the C25. If I try to use the C25, I don't know if I'm just trash at the game, but I don't like no recoil guns. Like, I can barely use them. As much as I appreciate no recoil, I appreciate trying to make guns have no recoil, not just instantly being given no recoil. It's not fun. It kind of takes the elements out of the shooter away. Like, I don't know. It's just so fun. It's more fun to have recoil and to be able to control recoil and actually go through the effort of making a gun have no recoil. Having it given to you is boring. It's not fun. Sometimes I feel like Phantom Forces is just way too user-friendly. Like, yeah, I get the point in progression and everything, cause look at this. The thing is that you could just stick with a level 0 gun and be perfectly fine. But like, I still don't see what the point in the C25 was. What more do we need needing a no recoil gun? Was the AK-12, M4A1, all the level 0 guns, easiest freak to use, were those just not enough? I feel like if I added recoil to this thing, it'd be a ton better. I'm not spending money to try to do that. For this video, I just wanted to say, C25 is utter garbage.
Oh! Somebody!
I just woke up like 2 hours ago. Slept for 2 more hours, and it's 5 a.m. And I decided to hop on here, just start yapping. Which usually for my Phantom Forces gameplays, I don't yap. I just play the game. Start slaughtering people, get some background music or something like that, or just have Javelin hop on this. Because usually I'm just on with Javelin and I'm not really recording or anything like that. I'm just playing for fun. Yes, we do plan on making a bigger video, but just not right now because I've been on Terraria. You know, maybe I should record a Terraria, but Terraria sounds like it'd be a longest freak series. It's like, I'm so bad at Terraria. I gotta learn what the freak I'm doing. I barely know what I'm doing on there half the time. Like, I'm still figuring things out. I gotta go to the Winky and everything like that. I gotta learn how to get OP. Getting off topic. Eventually, I just wanted to say, C25 is trash. Why is it even here? I don't get it. Like, what did we need this for? I bet you if I put scope on this thing, it'd be perfect as a sniper. Put a scope on it, squad barrel, it'd be perfectly fine. But as for the guns I use, more so down here, maybe this is not the best example of you use a gun and you start having no recoil with it. I think the ACR would be a good example of it. But the VHS is also a fine example. Like look at my setup. Weird as freak, yes, but angled grip does wonders for guns. Still has some recoil, but you can control it. You can control it better now that you have attachments. And maybe I'm just bad because I flipped the mess out of my mouse. I just woke up. I'm gonna be a little bad. I still feel like even having a little recoil is better that way. Honestly, I just don't see the point in the C25. Like, why is it in the game? I guess the M4 for them, M4A1 wasn't enough. The amount of easy guns in this game, especially the super shorty, it was just a mini shotgun and they had the stakeout for some reason. But did we need a bigger super shorty for? What's another example of a gun that can have no recoil? Oh, the best example. So I'm gonna remove the all the attachments on this. This is it without attachments. Okay, wasn't meant to run into something. Look how up that goes. The recoil is up, which is fine. Maybe look at that C25. I just don't like it. It's too easy. And like another thing with this game, it's spaghetti coated. It's not great. It's not a great game, but it's decent. At least it does its job. And like, yeah, it has its bugs. A lot of bugs every once in a while. I guess that's fine. This game's decent. At least it does its thing. I wouldn't say this is like a god tier game or even good. I'd say the AK-74 is a pretty good gun, especially if you want it to have no recoil. Basically, no recoil. I call it basically no recoil because, you know, like when you get a bunch of attachments on a gun, you obviously want it to have lesser and less recoil. Now look at the recoil. It's not as much. It's also smoother. It's the point of attachments. The point of attachments is the less recoil less. You know, one thing I don't like about Phantom Fortress is when you jump over something, your gun doesn't go back to the middle when you shoot, which used to be in the game, and I don't know if I got that on recording or not from way back then, but that used to be in the game. I don't know why they removed it. It doesn't make no sense, but I also just woke up, so probably not the best time to make this video, just to complain about a gun, but I've seen a fair amount of people complain about it as well, so I'm not the only one who doesn't like the C25. That's my little rant, about this gun, because eventually at the end of the day, I like recoil. I like having recoil and then making it have no recoil, going through the effort of actually using a gun with a ton of recoil and then using attachments to actually make the recoil a ton lower. Something like that. It's fun to do. Like, let me use the M4A1, but with a red dot sight. What's this? Maybe this one? No, it doesn't even have textures on it. Let's use a classic reflex sight. Yeah, we can go trench. Or they're gonna go on there. It's M4A1 without a scope. It's not as bad as a scope, but it's still not as bad in general. I just realized I'm being choked by my own freaking blanket. Yeah, so I have a little blankie on in the morning because why not? still think the M4A1 is a ton better. Dude, look at that. Maybe because I'm just camping their base, but still, the M4A1 is a ton better. Let's use the C25. I don't have no attachments on this thing. I'm not getting attachments on it, because, like, what's the point? It has no recoil already. You put an attachment on it, it's just gonna have even less recoil. It's not even gonna have camera shake at that point. Like, what camera shake does it have? There's barely any. You barely even notice it. You'll notice it, but barely. Because there's barely any. See, I don't like that. I like when my gun's a little sporadic and can actually, like, spray around or something like that. Not just this. As much as I love a laser, and I have laser guns, I'm talking about, like, laser guns, ones that are good and spray in one direction. I'm too sorry. I forgot my example. But stuff like the M4A1 is what I'm talking about. I like those type of guns. Guns you actually have to control. And control isn't just given. That's really it. This gun's just utter garbage. Utter garbage and in the game for, like, no reason. Like, its damage up close is decent. I'll do a little gameplay with this, and then I'm gonna just end the video there.